Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I'm sorry, is this the 22-23 season? Potter, are you still here? I'll be honest with you, tonight I reckon heads should be flying. And I'm going to go into deep detail as to what I think absolutely went wrong today, and I'm not holding anything back because today actually hurt more than what we were experiencing towards the latter part of last season. And I'll explain why in a bit. Now, before we get cracking, don't forget to catch all myself and George Benson's Premier League reaction. Hit the link in the description to go to Shootout, our brand new football channel where you will be getting a new upload later on today. You'll be getting an upload tomorrow as well as Tuesday. So it'll be pretty daily up until in the midweek. So make sure you guys are there for that. And do not forget on here to catch more content. Younes Talks Football. Make sure you're catching the subscribe button. Hit that now. And the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Catch all the socials as well. They are on screen and links are in the description. Instagram, X, and TikTok. Much appreciated. Now, let's get cracking. I'm not holding back. I'm not going to hold back because I thought what we saw today was nothing short of a disgrace. And I don't want this to be a case of, oh no, I'm just going to get into a proper ranty mood just for the sake of it. Like, no, I understand. It's the second game of the season. Cool. But my expectation and what I had on this team with the players that we have and the way we should be playing was completely 180 compared to what we saw today. And there's no excuse. There's no excuse. What do I mean? The reason why I said that this game today hurt more than what we saw at the latter stage of last season was because at that point, we were expecting it. We were expecting it every week. Oh, great, we've got another football match to play. Gonna lose again, normal, standard. But today, there was no reason to put in a performance like that. It didn't make sense. Nothing made sense. Nothing made sense in terms of what Poch did, and I'm going to be completely honest today. You know me. Especially going into this season, I've been optimistic. I've been very, come on lads, let's go. Because you can see what we've brought in. You can see the new vibe, the new energy, what we've done in pre-season. Everything just looked like, okay, we're starting to up the levels. Fantastic, right? Today showed nothing in relation to that progress that we've been anticipating or we've been seeing. The Liverpool game, that second half, was an example of what we can be like. And that was what I was expecting today. We didn't get it at all. We started slow, then we picked ourselves up a bit, and then I thought, okay, look, we're going to have the same trajectory as we saw against Liverpool, where we start off absolutely awful, and then we pick ourselves up, and then we go and take the result. And by the end of the first half, you would have thought that should have been the situation. We probably would have been 2-1 ahead, right? We weren't. Second half, it's like Chelsea didn't show up. And everything was wrong. Everything was wrong. From Poch and his setup and the way that everyone was placed on the pitch and the players that were on the pitch. On top of that, the players. I can't differentiate whether they were tired or they weren't bothered or they were hungover or they were lost and they need some sort of mental treatment. I don't know. I can't pinpoint what it was because we have to put things into context. 11v11, you're having a hard day. Okay, that can happen. 11 versus 10, and you're still outplayed. And you're still losing the ball needlessly. And you're still just giving the ball to West Ham. Here you go, not a problem. And you're still not running back. And you still don't have the energy. It's like they were tired and not bothered at the same time. I can't comprehend it. One worrying thing that I pinpointed in the second half towards the end was Enzo Fernandez not even being able to lift his leg up. Now that's something that I think a few of you are probably going, what? What do you mean by that? When a player's tired, if you've played at 11 aside, it doesn't really matter what level because you need to get tired to understand this. Have you ever been in a situation where you've played 90 minutes or you've played however minutes, but your legs are dead? Your legs are dead. You can't. You're jogging, you can't sprint anymore. You're jogging, the ball comes, you think you're going to control it, your brain knows what to do, but your leg just doesn't react. When you're at that level of tiredness, that's what Enzo looked like. And I'm like, it can't be possible. We're in the second day of the season. It can't be possible to be that tired at this point. You can't. It doesn't make sense. So then you ask yourself, hang on, are you doing this on purpose? But then it's like, nah, surely not. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It didn't add up. Nothing added up. And this is where I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? This is why I'm reacting the way I'm reacting, because there's no excuse. There's no excuse. And it wasn't just Enzo. It was, look, at this point, the way that we set up in the first instance, that 3-5-2, I had a problem with from the get-go. I had a problem with it from the get-go. I didn't want to see that. I wanted to see exactly what we were doing in pre-season and the work we were putting in order for us to play the football we were playing. And we started to look fresh. We started to look agile. We started to look like we were combining and linking up very nicely. The chemistry is starting to build. We understand that there have been injuries there, and we have to, take that into context. Carney being one, who ended up getting us that equaliser. And then he came off, and I think it's a bad injury. He could barely walk, and when you can barely walk and it's a knee injury, it's not a good sign. If you can't put weight on your knee, damage has been done. And I hope I'm wrong. So I wish him the best in terms of his recovery, because as far as I'm concerned, Carney didn't set a foot wrong today. He's the only one I can look at and go, yeah, you didn't set a foot wrong. And it was an injury that brought him off. So understandable. But even at that point, I'm thinking, okay, there's no number 10 to turn to. Change the shape. Let's go to a 4-3-3. Let's put it on the pitch. Let's see. Because the way that we were still allowing West Ham to get into spaces, even with a back three, the defence in the second half were atrocious. But then it wasn't just them. It was the midfield, the attack, everything was all over the place. So there is that side of it where you have to look at just everyone that's on the pitch. But the initial setup, I feel like we need to go back. We need to go to what was working for us throughout pre-season and going into the season. And I don't feel like right now we are in a position with the injuries that we have to try and just keep playing a hybrid back three, back four system between attack and defence. I just think that's just bring it back to simple terms. Because the proof is in the pudding. West Ham with 10 men still had more threat than us. It just doesn't make sense. So this is where I honestly think go to basics. Go to what was working in that pre-season. Go to what was working in that second half against Liverpool when we decided to go all guns blazing. That energy wasn't there today. That same energy we saw in the second half against Liverpool was not there. It didn't exist. And you know what's crazy? I had a problem with Sterling on the pitch today up until when he had that one move at the end of the first half where he literally took the ball and ran in between the entire West Ham defence, took it into the box. That action, from that point onwards, he looked like Chelsea's most lethal player. And when you look at the amount of times that Sterling still ended up losing the ball, but compared to everyone else, I have to look at everyone else. Mudryk. I mean, we're going to come to the players in a little bit because I don't understand. Today I am baffled. I am well and truly confused. The West Ham goals in and of itself speaks volumes. Absolute volumes. The first goal, Gallagher bullied off the ball. Absolutely bullied. You should not be getting bullied. You're marking a man. You're not looking at the ball. You're looking at your man. Look at your man. Know when the ball's coming, but look at your man. Do not lose focus on your man. It's basic. It's a basic. He got bullied. Literally just one little with the arm. Yeah, he's flying. And Agard literally got all the space in the world. Thank you very much. You're allowing James Ward-Prowse on a set piece to do what he's got to do, by the way. That's something that we got to take into consideration. Because the amount of set pieces we were allowing West Ham to get today was criminal. When you know that they've got a Ward-Prowse who's going to take advantage of that. Probably the most lethal set piece taker in the league. These are things that you should be thinking of. So it goes back to thinking, what the hell were we doing in training throughout this entire week? Without the energy at all and without being able to look at these things, it makes me think, what were we doing in training? Do you know what I mean? We come back into the game with the 1-1 Chukwuemeka, fantastic goal. Brings the ball inside, smashes it into the corner, wonderful, 1-1. And at that point, I'm thinking, okay, Chelsea can start ticking now. Let's start moving. Paqueta ends up with a yellow card. Ha, very funny. And then we get a penalty. Consequence of Sterling going into the box in the way that he did. And fair play, that's the one good thing that he brought to the game today that was lethal. Time and time again. And I was thinking at one point in the first half, I was thinking, nah, Sterling's got to come off. But when he started doing that, I'm like, nah, you know what? Keep him on. Because right now, that seems to be our only outlet in terms of getting the ball to the box. Effectively. is Sterling just waiting, and then boom, burst of pace, going between the entire team, and all of a sudden we're in with a chance. But even then, he does this thing, and not just him, even the others today. They have this thing where we get the ball to the final third, and we stop. We just stop. Let West Ham get back into position, play on the ball. I'm going to dummy right, dummy left, hesitancy, thinking, half an hour going, still not made a decision, malfunction. You know, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's laughable. When I see that, I'm thinking, nah, this is laughable. For Chelsea Football Club, with all the money these players are on, for the levels that they're meant to be at, and this is how we react when we get to the final third. Everyone just blocks up. Like, it looked like everyone was scared. That's one thing I haven't said yet. I've said that everyone looked weirdly like tired, or they weren't bothered, or they didn't bring the energy, but at the same time they looked frightened. Everyone just looked crispy. Everyone's just don't know what to do. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Where's the flamboyance? Where's the energy? Where's the confidence? After a game against Liverpool that we put in that second half, you'd think that we'd come into this game going, yeah, come on, let's give it to West Ham. It was West Ham that were looking at us going, let's give it to Chelsea. West Ham wanted it today. And fair play to West Ham. They absolutely put in a clinic, tactically and individually, and collectively in terms of the way that they were actually playing together. Fantastic. Chemistry was at 100%. They were executing their all the output in every single part of the pitch was effective. Defensively, they were solid. The substitutions that were made, fantastic. The setup was fantastic. The energy was there. Everyone was there for each other. West Ham, absolute fair play. They absolutely deserved the win today. Enzo steps up for that penalty, misses. Now, I want to say this about penalties. On a different day, you'd think that, yeah, Enzo would probably score. But we're in a position where we don't really know who our best penalty taker is right now. But if Jackson takes that penalty and he scores, confidence up in the roof. So I'm thinking, look, let the striker take the penalty. And like I said, I think people will understand that we'd have a different conversation if he scored. But he didn't. That's the whole point. But Jackson, who's not scored yet in the league, let him have it. So that's one thing to consider. But defensive masterclass for West Ham's second goal, wasn't it? Disassi, Colwell, twisted into a pretzel. Michael Antonio gets the ball, thank you very much, nicks it off of them, goes into a space on the right-hand side. They both track, they can't keep up. He waits. Now's the time to take the shot. Boom, bottom corner. Sanchez, should he be reaching it? Sanchez was not good today at all as well. So he's not escaping with any criticism as well. He's definitely up there to blame. The defence was a shambles. Absolute shambles. Disassi in that second half was just all over the place. And it goes so, JT himself came on Twitter or X and went, Disassi, I like what I see in the first half. The second half, see you later. But we made the substitutions. Mudryk comes on for Chukwuemeka because Chukwuemeka has the injury. Caicedo comes on for Chilwell. We begin to change the shape a little bit. We take off both fullbacks, which wing-backs technically, because Gusto and Chilwell are playing as wing-backs today. We take both of them off by the end of the game. And there's still nothing going forward. This is what I'm saying. Even tactically, we ended up... Someone tell me, what did we end in? We started in the 3-5-2. We brought on Mudryk, we brought on Caicedo, we brought on Madueke, and we brought on Burstow. But we took both wing-backs off. What did we end in? What was the formation what was the system we ended in? The second half, I've got to be honest, it looked like Poch was just going, all right, forget this. You, just go on the pitch and good luck. You, go on the pitch, good luck. You know, when we brought on Burstow for Gusto, for example, you understand, yeah, we brought on like another striker, but we now have two strikers on the pitch with no fullbacks on the pitch or wing-backs at all. There's no one, but we're still sticking to a 3-5-2. So who's on the side? What are we doing? Or is Mudryk now the wing-back? Is Madueke now the wing-back? Or are we just playing them completely in attack and we're just leaving the entire centre-back by themselves? Because that's how West Ham ended up getting the third goal when they managed to get into the box without anyone penetrating the wings. It's just, you could see it was just a good luck and let's hope sort of vibe. Absolutely atrocious. But if we go into the individualities, I can't... Look, I'm looking at all the players that played today. I can't pinpoint anyone. But I got to be honest, the players that came on, and even some ones that I was saying, okay, no, we should start them. Mudryk. Hell, I never thought I would say this in a million years. Caicedo. This is why I'm angry. We're going to get ridiculed. Ridiculed. Caicedo cost how much? He came on and he put in that performance. Now, I understand it's early, and I understand, like, yeah, let's not go completely in, but I'm sorry, like, there's a basis, there's a level, today we didn't just go, like, down the level, we're on the floor, we're on the floor after today's performance. That was ridiculous, in every single way, tactically it was ridiculous, in terms of energy it was ridiculous, in terms of, there were basics. First touch, he's lost the ball. Basic pass, he's lost the ball. Let's cross, hits the first man about 8,000 times. Let's cross, it goes all the way over to the corner flag. Bloody hell, that happened a good few times, didn't it? Mudryk, he gets the ball, goes for the shot. It goes back for a throw. It doesn't even go forward for a throw. It goes backwards for a throw. Heads back to the halfway line. This guy took a shot. Do you understand where this frustration is coming from? Where this confusion is coming from? How is that possible? How is that possible? It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. For players of this level, that's illegal. It's illegal. It can't happen. If I'm Poch today, and even like I said, I think Poch made tactical mistakes all over the gaff. But even with mistakes like that, individual errors like that, I don't have the words for what I would do. I don't have the words, the vocabulary for what I would do. The roof isn't just coming off. I'm blowing the room up. There's gonna be an explosion in the room. The walls are coming off. Not just the roof, the walls, the floor is coming off. It's not allowed to happen at that level. Those sort of mistakes can't happen. I don't understand where professional footballers at this level are. You're going to cross a ball, and every time you take it, it hits the first man in front of you. How is that possible? How is if you've played at any level, you understand what I'm talking about, man. I want to punch a wall. It's not possible. It's not possible. Like I said with Mudryk's chance, where he hits it and it goes back out for a flipping throw, it's heading in that direction. I'm like, it's not possible. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And this is where, look, I don't want to come on here and we're just going to rant and rave for the sake of it, like I said at the start of the video. That's not the aim. But today, and what we saw was, no, I can't accept it. That I can't accept. I can't accept. I don't have more else to add. All I want to say on a positive or sympathetic note is Carney Chukwuemeka, I wish you all the best in terms of your recovery, and I hope it's not a bad injury, even though it looks like it. I can only say I hope. But the expectation that I had in this Chelsea team today, I feel deceived. I feel completely deceived from the performance, because today wasn't just a bad day. It was on the floor. On the floor. And we were talking about the way that Poch was talking and the standards, and we're going to make sure that we're not going to dip, that there's a level we can't accept. Well, today was a level I can't accept. I can't accept. Even on day 2. Nah, I'm sorry. Day 1, day 2, day 28, day 54. I can't accept this. No. We can never play like this, like we did today again. No way. So, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And thank God we're playing one game a week. Thank God we're playing one game a week. Mate, if we had European football and we were going to start a flipping row of fixtures, mate, we'd probably end up like we did last season. Because the confidence will come from where? Thank goodness we've got a week now to train and to sort all of this out. In terms of physicality, like, are these players tired? Or are they not up for it? Or do they not want to give everything? Or, like, I don't understand. What's the problem there? Mentally, what's the problem? They all look checked out. Poch, tactically, what's the problem? Everything needs to be addressed at training. So let's hope it is. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you. Do not forget, shoot out for a brand new video later on tonight as we round up the big fixtures of the weekend. So we're going to talk through just a couple and give you our thoughts on that. And yeah, make sure you're glued here as well. shootout. There's more content coming tomorrow and Tuesday, so make sure you guys are there for that too. But much appreciated for watching. Hit the subscribe button on here, hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. On top of that, hit the socials. Links are in the description. They are on screen for you right now as well to direct you in terms of where to go. So make sure you're following on Insta, make sure you're following on X, and make sure you're following on TikTok. And I don't think there's going to be a second video on here today. There won't be. Not just for the sake that, we're not going to talk about Chelsea tonight. No, there's genuinely no time. You're going to get a shootout video that's coming, and then that's going to be the wrap for today. And then tomorrow we will get back to a normal schedule. So make sure you guys are here for that one. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you then. Thank you so much, people. Have a good one. See you later. Take on. And peace.